The MCU has delivered more than a few jaw-dropping twists over the years, so it's about time we talk about some of our favorites. Prepare for a full video of twists and turns as we discover a few of the MCU's most shocking, brain-melting moments. Let's get into it. Sure, just like every franchise, the MCU has some twists that completely fell flat. Like, come on, why pretend Mysterio was an actual good guy for so long?
See, that wasn't so hard.
But over its long history, there have been some truly spectacular twists in the MCU. Some of them we didn't see coming, others made us reconsider the entire movie, but they all shocked us and ultimately made us love the movie even more. Let's discuss some of the best right now. Captain America Civil War does an amazing job setting up the twist without its audience realizing it. At the beginning of the movie, we see Bucky perform an assassination to steal new super soldier serum, but we don't see who the targets are. Then we see a scene of Tony reminiscing about his parents and the last time he saw them alive. Little do we know the two scenes are connected. Then the movie sets up a plot where Zemo is seemingly trying to create a whole army of super soldiers. That sounds pretty intense. But when Iron Man, Captain America, and Bucky arrive to stop him, Zemo's true plan is revealed in a masterful twist. Not only did Bucky kill Tony's parents, but Tony finds out that Steve knew about it all along. Blinded by rage and sadness, Tony attacks Bucky, and what happens next is not only one of the MCU's best fight scenes, but also one of its saddest. Really, it's the Captain America aspect that makes this an incredible twist. We knew he would do anything to protect Bucky, but hiding the fact that he killed his best friend Tony's parents? That might be a step too far. And fun fact, it's widely believed that Steve finally revealing this secret is what made him worthy enough to carry Mjolnir in Endgame. Usually superhero movies don't end with our hero destroying everything they hold dear, but then again, Thor Ragnarok wasn't like other movies. It completely revamped the Thor character in a fun and exciting way, so who cares if Asgard was completely destroyed? But overall, the move to destroy Thor's home was an incredible twist to end the movie. All throughout the movie, Thor is trying to stop Ragnarok. He's been having visions about Asgard in flames, and in a pretty understandable move, wants to stop that from happening. But the appearance of his gothy older sister throws a major wrench into that plan. Seeing that Hela is drawing all her power from Asgard, Thor realizes his destiny is to not save Asgard, but to destroy it and actually cause Ragnarok. So he unleashes the demon Surtur to wreak havoc. The reason that this is such a great twist is because of what it does for the Thor character. All of his movies have been leading up to him being king of Asgard. But since Asgard was now a pile of ash, Thor had to find a new place for his people and learn the lesson that Asgard isn't a place, it's more of an ideal. Too bad Thanos showed up directly afterwards and ruined all of it. Watching Avengers Infinity War, we all saw how much of a force of nature Thanos was in his quest to find the Infinity Stones. And we knew there was a top secret fourth Avengers movie coming out the following year, so we all kind of figured the fight against Thanos wouldn't end in Infinity War. But that ending still packs one hell of a punch. Just when Thanos is on the verge of snapping his fingers, Thor comes in with his new Thanos-killing weapon and turns the Mad Titan into a shish kebab. The day is saved and we can all breathe easy. Whew, well, not quite. In a twist, Thor's hubris and desire to look Thanos in the eyes to tell him he won was costly, as Thanos tells him he should have gone for the head and proceeds to snap his fingers. Then we have to watch in horror as half of our favorite heroes plus the Falcon turn to dust right in front of our eyes. And then if you're expecting some sort of miraculous recovery, you're in for an even bigger shock. The movie just ends, leaving us as puddles of stress and tears as we realize we have to wait a whole year to know the resolution. The moment still stands as one of the MCU's best twists. Captain America the Winter Soldier is a serious contender for the best standalone MCU film. It's a thrilling, action-packed espionage film with a strong emotional heart. And what's a spy movie without a game-changing twist that screws up everything? In the first Captain America, things were simpler for Steve Rogers. America was good and the Red Skull and Hydra were bad. But the sequel saw his beliefs challenged as he wasn't quite sure who he could trust to do the right thing. At least Hydra was gone, right? Oh wait, never mind. In a strong twist, Captain America learns that not only is Hydra still around and thriving, but it successfully infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. from within and basically has worked for years to dismantle the organization and take over. The implications of this movie are still being felt today as S.H.I.E.L.D., once a pillar in trust and protection, completely disbanded as Hydra made its ultimate move. Not only was this a great twist for the movie, it also directly affected the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. television show in a way that made the show 10 times better by dealing with the fallout of the Hydra twist. Even if you're only a minor fan of the comics, you're probably aware that the Skrulls are definitely not the good guys. The shape-shifting alien race has caused major trouble over the years to our heroes, and their villainy even led to the fan-favorite Secret Invasion storyline, where we found out a few of our heroes have actually been replaced by Skrulls. So of course, when the Captain Marvel movie was announced to be adapting that storyline, we just generally believed the Skrulls would be the bad guys in the movie. But oh man, were we wrong. Not only were the Skrulls not the villains, they were actually sympathetic heroes who just wanted to escape persecution and be reunited with their loved ones. It was a twist that directly affected Captain Marvel, as she had to grapple with the fact that the cause she had devoted her life to may not be the right one. And it turns out Skrulls are actually pretty funny. I mean, Ben Mendelsohn's just good in anything, really. Loki has always been a highlight in the MCU. A common criticism of this superhero franchise early on was that the villains were one-note and underdeveloped, but not Loki. The God of Mischief brought the right amount of pathos, mischievousness, menace, and tragedy to his appearance, and he quickly became almost everyone's favorite villain. Like, we all love Loki, even though we saw him rip out a man's eye in the Avengers. That's crazy. Which is why the next twist is one that made everyone really happy. Even at the end of the lackluster Thor: The Dark World, Loki seemingly dies saving Thor, and the two brothers share a touching scene as Loki fades away. But that's not the end of the story, as the end of the film reveals Loki is not only alive, but he's also impersonating Odin, and now sits on Asgard's throne. It's an exciting development that left us wanting more. Not only is this a great twist by itself, but it also allowed Loki's character to be redeemed in Thor Ragnarok, which of course made his actual death at the hands of the Mad Titan Thanos even sadder. Hey, at least we got to see Matt Damon play him on stage. And is that another Hemsworth brother I see? All throughout Spider-Man Homecoming, Peter tries his hardest to keep his superhero life and his personal life separate. And for a moment, it looks like he can truly have it all. But his two worlds violently collide as soon as he knocks on his crush's door, to find his new archenemy the Vulture standing in the doorway. Peter and the audience are totally shocked to find that Liz's father is actually Adrian Toomes. Excuse me for a moment, as my jaw is still on the floor from this twist and I have to find it. The reason this twist works so well is because it plays with expectations. While promoting the movie, everyone thought that Liz was based on the comic book character Liz Allen, a classic Spider-Man love interest. So the reveal that she was actually Liz Toomes, which admittedly does not roll off the tongue the same way, was incredible. It also leads to the movie's best, most tense scene, where Adrian drives the two of them to Homecoming, and slowly starts to realize Peter is Spider-Man. Check out when he's at the stoplights and the lights turn green. He gets it. After Liz gets out of the car, Spidey and Vulture share an amazing heart-to-heart talk that ends with Vulture threatening to hurt everyone that Peter holds dear. Ah, Michael Keaton. Okay, alright, fine. This next twist is definitely the one that split the entire MCU fandom into distinct teams. Once we found out the acclaimed actor Sir Ben Kingsley wasn't playing the Mandarin, but rather a washed-up bumbling actor named Trevor Slattery, a line in the sand was officially drawn. There was one side who thought this was a brilliant, surprising twist that played with audience expectations in a way MCU movies usually avoided. And then there was the other side who thought the twist completely ruined the Mandarin character, who was supposed to be Tony's biggest enemy, and was the equivalent of having a Batman movie where the Joker turned out to be just a regular party clown. So is the twist a good one? I think so. Not only was it actually a major surprise, which is something the great MCU movies really need, but it sets the stage for the real Mandarin to appear in a later film, which he will now do in the upcoming Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings film. Not everyone liked this twist, but it still stands as one of the MCU's most surprising, most unpredictable moments. It was pretty clear that Ego, Peter Quill's father, was a bad dude right from the start. But the twist showing the full extent of his villainy was enough to raise a few eyebrows. Although he had the looks and charm of Kurt Russell, Ego turned out to be anything but friendly. After countless years trying to create a proper son with celestial DNA, he finally succeeded with Peter, and wanted to team up to cause the expansion, which would effectively allow Ego to rebuild the universe in his image. And for a moment, it looks like Peter's gonna give in to the dark side. But Ego accidentally lets slip he's the one who put the tumor in his mom's head. That's enough to quickly snap Peter out of his hypnotized funk. And it's a pretty good twist too. Throughout the movie, we believe Ego actually loved Peter's mother. And in his own twisted way, he did. But of course, Ego underestimated just how much love Peter had for his dear old mama. And of course, his Walkman. Looking back on the first Avengers movie, it's easy to see the film's flaws. Even though the movie might not hold up as well as Infinity War or Endgame, it's still a solid film that unites Earth's mightiest heroes against the fan-favored Loki. And now I'm not necessarily saying the twist in the movie regarding Loki's plan is a great twist. But it did ultimately lead to the Avengers forming and fighting together, so I can't be too mad about it. Loki's plan followed the classic bad guy gets caught on purpose trope that a lot of movies around that time seem to be utilizing. The Dark Knight and Skyfall, I'm looking at you in particular. Even though everyone is a little confused on why exactly Loki would just give up so easily, we discover that his plan is to use the Hulk to destroy the heroes' faith in one another to stop the Avengers from forming in the first place. Of course it backfires, and Loki's plan really only works to unite the heroes. So as Tony said,
not a great plan.
But the reason the twist is on the list is because it's an amazing Black Widow moment. She's able to trick the god of trickery and make him reveal his plan. Not bad for a mere mortal. Don't worry, Natasha. You erased the red from your ledger. In our hearts. What was your favorite twist in the MCU? Let us know in the comments below. And here's another twist for you. Did you know that hitting the subscribe button will bring Loki back to life? Haha, crazy, right? Give it a try and see for yourself. Thanks for watching CBR. We'll see you next time.